The Above Average podcast acknowledges that this episode was recorded on the lands of the Whadjuk Noongar people. We recognise that every conversation we have, every step we take, and every story we share happens on Aboriginal land. Always was, always will be.
Well, how flexible do you think I am, dude?
You were a dancer.
I might just send John a quick message to see if we can talk about our sex life.
Would.
Could you put that on Do Not Disturb?
It says content creation, which is what we're doing.
Reminder. Should we do this?
Do not disturb.
We're rolling.
Rolling. And...
Action. Welcome to the Above Average podcast.
I left you in the dark there.
Welcome to the Above Average podcast, where two misfits come together and talk absolute dribble. I'm one of your hosts, the one, the only, the king of crash, chaos.
I'm Storm, 1/3 of this podcast, because the other third you don't see is producer D's nuts. Behind the camera, she's a fucking legend.
Who in fact does have huge nuts.
Oh, shoot. We're going to have to let her have a disclaimer every episode now.
Yeah. Disclaimer. I do not have huge nuts.
So, Chaos, what's been the most above average thing that's happened to you in the last week?
The most above average thing that's happened to me in the last week. So just to clarify, above average means just a little bit better than good, right? Or under good. Is it in between? Is it the bridge between average and good? Today, what are our thoughts on the meaning of above average?
Above average.
Yeah,
That it's good.
that is good. So
Yeah.
it's not the bridge between average and good. It's in fact good.
I would also offer that maybe it's the state of being content and present.
Okay. Yeah,
because
oh, I like
above
that
average is
definition.
that we're not shooting for the stars.
Shoot for the stars, land on the moon. Do you like that?
Yeah, made me feel some sort of ways. Okay,
And
so
speaking of my above average for the week, to answer your question, I had this really great sandwich the other day that was above average.
Tell me
The
what.
sandwich. It had a ciabatta roll, soft in the middle, toasty, bit of crunch on the outside. It had shredded lettuce that they mixed in with or they mixed mayo through it, right? So it was on every bit of lettuce, right? On top of that was diced up chicken schnitzel, okay? And then a little bit of tomato thinly sliced across the top of it, okay? Boom, yeah?
Yep.
And then a nice tender, juicy chicken schnitz to finish it all off. And I chewed that cunt like it was the last thing I was going to eat. Holy hicker.
We're still talking about a sandwich.
Yeah. So that's my above average for the last sort of 7 days.
Get a shout out for this venue that you went to.
Yeah, where'd you go? Where
The
was this?
Sando shout out, if you like. Well, it was actually from the IGA in Como. Shout out. IGA, Como, Preston Street, in case you wanted to know.
I was not expecting that.
I was driving past, oh my God, I wouldn't mind a chocolate coconut water. Yeah?
Yep.
So I pulled into the IGA. Boom. As I'm walking through the deli, lo and behold, it was almost like they had bloody light beaming at the sandwich because it was the first thing I saw when I got in there.
Was it pre-made?
Yeah, but that deli chick made the fuck out of that Sando. And I wish I asked her name because I'd shout her out too.
Oh, shoot. Is this a sponsored episode by any chance?
It
or-
is not.
Dang, dude. Should be. IGA.
Well, if it doesn't make you want to wrap your lips around one of those bastards, I don't know what will.
Fair play.
What about you?
Yeah, good question. I feel like if I reflect on the above average moment of the week, not the top moment, but something that was a state of presence and connection. My husband John and I have been trying to do this thing, we call it conversation time. It's where we have conversations about not just how's your day good, how's your day good.
I thought it was a euphemism.
That's the after 8 p.m. show.
Yeah, okay.
We've got some really cool conversation cards from different charities. We actually got a deck from Yochi that are really funny. And so what we do is we schedule in time and we just talk about the most randomest of things. And I think actually it's really made the connection in all other forms of intimacy better. Like,
Oh, that's actually beautiful.
thanks, dude. Yeah, so I think, so with that context, the actual moment was yesterday and I managed to get home for a break in between clients and appointments and John was like, can we do conversation time? And I was like, absolutely, dude. So pulled out the cards. We've currently got a Christmas Christmas card deck, and so John wanted to talk about Christmas yesterday, so we did talk
Yeah.
about our favorite.
Can I just stop you real quick?
Yeah.
Shout out John. What a guy. John is the better half of the Storm and John duo.
That is fair.
What I really wanted to bring it back to was, do you call him dude?
Ooh, sometimes.
Okay. And further, do we think saying things like dude and bro to our loved ones is acceptable?
Absolutely. Yeah. I call
know
my
what I mean?
dad sister all the time.
You can call your girlfriend bro if you want. And if she calls me bro, I only asked because in the past, my ex-girlfriend would call me bro and she was pissed off.
It is about the intent, right?
It used to really get me. Anyway, I had a comment on the YouTube episode that said, I can tell you that I watched this episode and I am neither of your mums.
Yo. Yeah, that was Robin. Shout out Robin.
This one's for you. We should call it shout-outs.
We always start with a game, right? I noticed you and producer D's nuts chatting before we started filming. All I could hear was outrageous, outrageous, outrageous. What is this word? And I'm going to do a Storm small talk, but
Yeah.
chaos small talk. I need you to know what for me, for the listeners, is outrageous. Where did it come from? What does it mean? Help us out.
Why do I say outrageous a lot? I'm witnessing lots of outrageousness in the world.
Tell me more.
It could come in all shapes and sizes. And that's not just people I'm talking about. I'm talking about actions from certain individuals that
Okay.
could be considered outrageous. And I've been seeing a little bit more of it lately, right? Even from my own self. Every now and then I'll wake up and the hair will be doing some stuff and I'm like, oh my goodness, that's outrageous. To answer your question fully, that right there is outrageous.
Okay.
So where it's come from is just, I don't know, it was just laying dormant in the back of the dome, right? And as a result of my current state of being, I'm noticing more and more reasons to use said word.
Okay.
I didn't purposely pick this word. It's just come into being on its own.
I feel like that's the best way. You got to feel it.
I'll say this word in different ways, and some of them it may not make sense at all.
Okay.
You know,
But that's
it's
okay.
almost like an adjective.
Okay.
You know, it's just an action word.
We interrupt this programming not for an ADHD distraction, but for a shout out to our not yet sponsors.
Savvy, the brain drink for all ADHD insomniacs that need a little clean energy boost to get you through the day whilst you're thinking about your 10 million things. Cheers.
Cheers.
Just a little shout out here from Savvy Brain Boost. My guy Mark Curry started this company in Byron Bay, and this is the new flavor that's come out at the back end of last year. It's cola. If I was to ask you, Stormtrooper, what flavor actually like cola is, what would you say?
I don't know. It kind of tastes like movies, popcorn, and good times.
Well, that's a great description, but it's actually vanilla and cinnamon.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll have to get producer D's nuts to fact check this episode.
That's why
Really?
we got those disclaimers at the end.
It's notes of caramel, vanilla, and spices like cinnamon, balanced by citrus.
There you go.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's awesome. Thank you. I think we wrapped on your... Actually, I just have another question on the outrageous thing before we close that tab. Can you give me different contexts or examples that highlight
When I would use the
Please.
word outrageous. One of them, which did happen this morning, on Rise, when I got out of bed, I looked in the mirror and my hair was on the piss. This was a great reason to use the word, God damn. That's outrageous. Hair was doing all sorts. The sandwich I was speaking to earlier, it was so good, that could be considered outrageous. When I came in this morning, to witness some things that no one man should have to witness on his own was absolutely outrageous.
I like this. I like that it's got different contexts where it's appropriate. It's not always like a bad thing or a negative thing.
No.
It's actually just
It
saying,
always depended on tone as well.
Okay.
You know, tonality. Maybe the volume I'm speaking. Potentially the cadence. I'm exaggerating every second word.
romantic.
Outrageous.
That was a goodie. Any final thoughts on outrageous?
No, I'm pretty happy with that.
That's beautifully outrageous.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I thought of a new game, and I guess because we're still kind of like baby podcasters, it's kind of fun to just keep trying games and seeing what we like and seeing what the listeners like. I'd like to introduce you to a game today, and let me preface this by saying I have ambitions mildly, but not of becoming a psychic. Okay. And I feel I'm pretty perceptive and pretty intuitive.
Yeah.
And so I got a tarot card deck, and I would really like to do some practicing and maybe turn it into a game that we call Tarot Time.
Okay.
And I think probably the way...
It's tea time.
Yo, give me a little more of that.
Tea time.
That's it. We capped out. I'm proud of you, dude. That was beautiful.
Thanks.
I think I'm going to get you to choose a card. Think of a
Just
question.
one card?
I struggle with knowing what the card means, which is the whole point.
Yeah.
Baby steps. With the intention of the listeners in mind, hold that question as you choose a card. Then I'll interpret it, and then I would love for you to take that interpretation and put it into your own life. This is my game. I want you to shuffle the cards, and before you touch them, you have the question, you have the thing.
Okay, so I have to have a question.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got one. Do I tell you it now?
No, just tell the cards.
Right.
I also have my handy dandy notebook.
Oh, wise cards. Please absorb my energy as I shuffle this deck.
You can tell a lot about a person by the way they shuffle cards.
Well, they're big.
Are the
what I mean?
cards also above average? All right.
Channeling the universe.
Split the deck. Place your hands over the cards and tell me if you feel drawn or connected or a buzzing to one of them. Choose the one you feel connected to.
This one.
Yeah, I thought that too. It must be psychic. Okay, I'm going to do that again. So, just close your eyes, feel the cards.
This one.
Yeah, I was going to choose that one too.
It's tingly. There's a
All
bit
right.
of heat radiating. Yeah, this is the one.
Okay,
Do I don't look at it, right?
not yet.
Yeah.
Is that what you're feeling? Yeah, awesome. Listeners, I'm going to show this to you and to the listeners that are watching on YouTube. And basically, what we have here is a small pug looking content, a few boats in the background, and it kind of looks like he has a traffic cone on his head, but it also kind of looks like a condom. So I'm going to have a look at the meaning. I'm going to let you look at the card while I look at my book. I'm going to tell you a bit about it, and I would love for you to interpret that. The two pug of sausages is the card you have chosen in its upright facing position. So that looks at flexibility, adaptability, and good news. This card is about balance and often refers to cooperating with other people. This card is almost like you've got two paths ahead of you. One is overloading your schedule, making you feel lazy and unproductive, but because you're too far down this path, you keep going. The other direction is
Sunk cost fallacy.
sunk cost fallacy. Well remembered.
Tell you what, kid.
For the listeners that don't understand that reference to sunk cost fallacy, in episode 1, we played a game called Chaos Theory, and basically I pitched a theory to Chaos and he had to interpret it. The theory was sunk cost fallacy, which he beautifully interpreted as an accountant's assessing a graph. But actually what sunk cost fallacy is, basically it's where you've invested so much time or money or commitment into something so you can't leave it because you feel like you're in too deep. Cost fallacy, direction 1. Direction 2 is you stop where you are, realize you're doing too much, and focus on one thing. When you do that, it will make you feel more productive and help with interpersonal relationships, because by focusing on one thing, you will expand your ability to collaborate with others, which is something you sometimes struggle with, Chaos and listeners. It's a moment where you can keep digging, or you can stop and turn around and be like, guys, I need support. Sometimes this card can signal that you are focusing too much on other people, and it's okay to focus on yourself. That's the card. Would you care to share the question or reflect?
It was bloody nice, actually. Not gonna lie, I forgot what my question was, but I felt that explanation. So whatever I asked must have been true.
If I was asking you to think of a question now, what would be the first area of your life that you would need guidance?
Where do I need guidance? The first thing that came to mind, which is funny because we were talking about it earlier with Ben, is getting real clear on the type of content that I want to make and put out for my coaching business.
Yeah.
Mine's just willy-nilly. I just put stuff out because I think it's funny or like,
Okay.
yeah.
So maybe focusing on less things, right?
Yeah.
And getting support from others.
That's right. Which we're doing on Friday. So it is kind of already happening. It's already in motion.
Yeah.
Okay. No, what else is on here?
The topic.
Oh, yes. When does trusting the process become delusional?
It's a good question.
Just in case for the listeners, if you're hearing what sounds like an orangutan looking for bananas, it is Coach Ben Keane and boxer Jagger, aka moves like Jagger, hitting pads in the background there because we are in fact filming out of Good Vibes Boxing East Perth. Shout out.
Shout out. Back to your question, when I think of trusting the process and a delusion, is when trust the process as a phrase, as a offer of advice becomes invalidating, and trusting the process as a way to suppress maybe someone's emotions or experience. For me, that's when it becomes delusional and detached from reality, because you are now prioritizing toxic, positive, everything happens for a reason without validating that person's experience. It becomes delusional when trusting the process is used as a suppressor of experience, emotion, opinion, values, and individual thought. How about you? What does that bring up for you?
It's like actionless trusting.
Actionless trusting.
Yeah, so, you know, we're like, that if, for example, we want to lose fucking 5 kilos, right? And we're training twice a week and eat okay, but binge on weekends, and someone's like, that's okay, you just got to trust the process. But if your process is up to fucks, then you're absolutely delusional. Aren't you?
Yeah.
So actionless trusting is how I would describe that.
I think that's so valid. When I picture trust the process, it's almost like I'm either saying it to someone or someone is saying it to me. What I hear with you is it's almost like the internal dialogue and
Well, I
accountability.
just don't think people are fully honest with themselves about what they're doing to achieve their goals. They're telling people they're doing all these things when they're actually probably not.
Yeah.
You know, there's been too many times that we've seen that with like just even my own team, you know, even my own self in the past, you know. Some of them aren't doing half the things they're telling you they're doing, and then they're getting upset at not getting the results as quickly as they want to get them. It's because they're not doing the thing. But they've said it so many times. They've created the story in their mind that they have done these things. Delusion.
Yeah.
That's the definition of delusional. Be really honest with yourself. You know, are you doing what you say you're doing? If you're not, pull your head out of your ass.
Yeah. And collaborate, like the little pug said.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how you focused in there on delusion. For me, that brought up a scenario of someone trying to comfort someone else into like escapism, or maybe like someone who's experiencing grief, and it's like, is this ever going to get better? And they're like, trust the reassurance measure, maybe. I think it comes down to intention. It's less about the words. For example, at the moment, I'm training for something, different things get in the way, like injuries or time, and my mantra is like, it's okay, Storm, what's meant for you is not going to pass you, no matter what happens, whether it's this year, next year, in 100 years' time. If it is meant for you, it will land. And so for me, that feels extremely validating. But if I was saying to myself, like, trust the process, just trust the process, different intention, different outcome.
Yeah.
I wonder, is there a situation you can think of where you would offer someone the advice like, hey, just trust the process?
Well, I guess it's to those people that are doing the thing. They are putting in the work consistently, but not seeing results come to them as quickly as they think that should be coming based on what they've been doing. I've worked with people doing it to the letter, day in, day out, week on, week off. 4 weeks have passed, nothing's shifted for them. They're getting a little disheartened. The week after that, boom, all of a sudden they're looking in the mirror and their total body composition's changed. And then I'm like, so this is the example of trusting the process, you know. Another example is for myself. I've been working with a chiro for 6 weeks, getting adjustments twice a week. In my mind, I was like, what is clicking my back twice a week going to do
Yeah.
for me? I didn't really understand it. You just want fucking $170 a week from me to see me 5 minutes twice a week to do these little click things. I was like, what is clicking doing? And then they obviously tell you the science behind it. It's to help your nervous system re-trigger the synapses so your body falls back into the spots it's supposed to. It feels like a money grab, you know? But over the 6 weeks, I just thought, trust the process, give it a crack. It's only 6 weeks. It's a bit of coin, yes. If it doesn't work, you can throw it. But in that 6 weeks, I've gotten better.
Wow.
So
Wow.
I guess what I'm trying to say is this is an example of trusting the process and it paying dividends.
Yeah.
Yes.
What advice would you give to someone in the process without any sense of like measuring their progress or growth, and when to not call it quits, but like how long do you stay trusting, and what's the signal maybe you should stop trusting?
You ask yourself one question. If you look at where you're at right now and you put it up against where you're at a year from now, are you better off or not? If the answer is no, you've fucked it. Little changes happen incrementally over a year. You don't notice immediately that your life's actually a lot better than it was the year before, you know? You've forgotten things that used to hold you back. Maybe you did lose more weight than you thought. Or, yeah. So the good one for the weight thing is like looking back at old pictures. Yeah. So it's just, I think we take a long time to notice good things happen over long periods because they're incremental. But if you match it up from now to a year before, you can see your life has gotten much better. You know?
Yeah, that's deep, dude. So I wonder then, as a reflection, is trusting the process without being delusional simply a matter of self-awareness?
I think so. Sometimes you need delusion too. Like a little bit, right?
I like that.
You need a little bit of that delusional energy because sometimes it helps you keep going. Maybe it's the only thing keeping you from giving up completely. There's a little bit of delusion. It's like fighters. They all say they're the best in the world. They all think they're going to be world champions. They need that energy. If you're going into fights thinking you're not the greatest ever, then why are you fighting? There's thousands of fighters, and all fucking thousands of them think they're the best in the world, but they're not. You know?
Yeah.
But they need to believe that
Yeah.
and have that little bit of delusion that they are the best in the world, and maybe they are. That delusion is what takes them from not currently the best in the world to the best in the world. Mindset.
Yeah, it's hugely important mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah. For our listeners or viewers, the act of trusting the process while having enough delusion is a matter of faith, not only in cosmic energy, but also faith in yourself and the self-awareness to reflect on your actions and goals. And like you said, Chaos, like, are they aligned? Is something delusionally not in alignment? I love the reframe of, it's like blind confidence. The question was, when is it delusional? And I guess our answer is, like, how long is a piece of string?
It's all very dependent on the person, what they're doing, the circumstance. Some people do need to be checked, your friends especially. If you can't tell your friends they're being idiots, then who can you tell? Who cares if some random can't tell you?
Exactly.
But if my friend, like Producer T came up to me one day and was like, I think you're being absolutely delusional in witness and that, I'd listen. But if it was like that dude that walked past eating a sandwich before, I'd be like, so? You know? And then I'd steal his sandwich.
I think we sufficiently answered the question. Any takeaways from today's episode that you want to take with you into the week ahead or impart onto our dear viewers / listeners?
I mean, I'd like to take it back to tea time and just consider, all right, just for a moment, guys. All right, I'm going to look directly down the barrel of this camera, okay? And just for a moment, just consider, from one pug to another, look after yourself first, and then everything else will follow.
Reflecting on the episode's question, if you're out there and stuck in the season of trusting the process, I think it's time to pause. Are you headed in a direction that is going to keep you on the same trajectory? And if so, maybe trusting the process needs a tweak. If not, keep doing what you're doing because you're probably fucking amazing.
Yeah. Or maybe trust the process a little bit less.
Fuck yeah. All right, I think it is your turn for the disclaimer today.
Disclaimer, everything we have said and shared in today's episode should be taken as gospel. It's all true, correct, and from Jesus himself.
Guys,
This is Jesus. No. Anyway, just as another little add-on there,
Yep.
I would like to say goodbye, cunts.
Love you.
We actually do love you, but you are also cunts.
See you later. Good job, guys. What do you reckon, dude?
Yeah, I liked it.
Look at the puppies. Can I say hi to them? Is that hold on?
That's all we have time for today. Thank you for tuning in to the Above Average podcast, brought to you by Chaos, Storm, and producer These Nuts.
I did get a Mean Girls deck and gave them out as presents at my birthday party last year. So I went to get another Mean Girls deck, but they only had one.
Says fuck
So-
everyone. That's what you're saying?
Metaphorically, or
Well,
yeah, yes, maybe like me first, and if I'm not first, then fuck everyone.
fuck you.
No, it's like fuck yourself first. That's a great question. I just have one tab still open to close before we move on to this topic.
Arrow.
Oh, is it like a potato?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
It's from the islands.
I am merely a mirror and also a beginner tarot card reader.
I like that.
It's only going to help me help you and producer D's Nuts.
And you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and
me,
you.
and you, because you got to put yourself first, just like the tarot card said. Okay, thank you so much. That's my tab closed. Please resume normal content. Thanks, dude. That's so considerate. We're training Chili to choose cards. Chili is my dog, and hopefully he'll be on the pod, but he's too naughty. So now we've just got this little guy. Meep, meep, meep.
That guy is having the absolute feat of doom.
We should tell him about Como IGA. Yo, what's his life like? I reckon his name's Kevin.
Kevin?
Yeah. What does he do?
Kevin, the sandwich eating guy. What sandwich do you reckon you had just then?
Oh,
And
boy.
an all meat sandwich is a great sandwich, don't get me wrong. It's just a bit suggestive.
Need a bit of
Yeah.
texture. Producer D's nuts. If you're in trouble, put a condom on your head.
On both heads, maybe.
And by head, I mean penis.
Oh, shit.
I just need to say thanks once again. I feel like you guys really helped me out earlier this week.
Oh, with the sex thing?
Yeah, you can make it sound like I have an STI or something.
Clarify then. What
Yeah.
we're talking about here. And then she goes, punch me, you pussy.
Whoa! Oh my goodness, that was fun. We out? Yeah. We out. I'll save all the sex stories for next time.